got to come up again. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on, ain't gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cause. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long that it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Shalom, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah, Barakallah to all my brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar. Alathan, Shemi Al-Shah to all my sisters, alright? This is Aish PK, Historical Truths Revealed. And today we are going to jump into a topic, which is Halloween, alright? Halloween is tomorrow, which is a very wicked holiday, as most people in the truth, well, I'll say everybody in the truth knows about, but people in the world see it as a day to have fun, get loose, see what I'm saying, do some type of evil, and things of that sort. The purpose of the class today is to help you understand what is the history of Halloween and where does it come from. All right? And with Halloween, we must understand that our children should not be celebrating this day.
That's right.
And so I will get into that a little bit later. But first things first, Halloween is considered in old time as the Celtics festival, where there's a time of the year where you dress up, disguise yourself, you do a whole bunch of evil on one day. If you think about the movie The Purge is where it's nothing but lawless, where you cannot be penalized for any crimes that you do within 12 hours. Go ahead.
So like, don't on a purge they wear the mask too?
There you go. They disguise themselves.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I'm going to get in more into what the disguise mean, and I'm going to show that in the scriptures as well. Okay? So, first things first, you guys following? I sent you an article. I need you to read that article. See what I'm saying? Halloween back then is known as Samhain or Samhain, something like that. Samhain is a festival, which is the Celtics festival that speaks about pretty much, what happens on Halloween day. Let's think about the prior knowledge that we have as far as Halloween. You dress up in a costume, you go out, you trick or treat. Meaning you go out, you go to strangers' doors, you knock on the door, and you get candy. Now, what is the bad effects of Halloween or any holiday? Anything can go bad. Let's start with the children first. The children go to block or to city, and they grab them some candy from strangers' house. That's right. So, that part. Okay. Just that, yep. Come. So the whole purpose of it is that kids go out to go grab candy from strangers' houses. See what I'm saying? They go to city to city, block to block, and they are just trick-or-treating, having fun, and they got some type of, costume on. The thing behind Halloween that we must understand, and let's knock off the Christianity, because it is a day of worshiping Satan. All these holidays in America is a day that worship some type of wickedness. And also Halloween is also what you call mischief night. Mischief is wickedness, something that you do that's bad. See what I'm saying? Something that's evil, something that's against the Lord. And Halloween is definitely that thing that is against the Lord, if you have not known. A lot of people say when it comes to holidays, but what about the kids? What about the celebration of fun? You must understand and do your studies behind of what you are doing. Who told you to celebrate Halloween?
Right.
Was it yourself? Was it God? If that is the case, prove it. Bring it to the forefront so we know. Who told you to celebrate Halloween? Is it of God? I'm going to prove to you that Halloween is not of God. And by the end of this class, if you do not understand, you are lost and you are very much destroyed. See what I'm saying? You go take care of that? No sweat. I got you. Yep. No sweat. I got you. By the end of this video, if you do not understand the whole purpose of Halloween, understand this, that you are asleep and that you don't know a goddamn thing and that you are putting people's lives in jeopardy. It's that serious. All right? So, I want you to read the tradition of Halloween, which is called Samhain. Go ahead.
What's this word right here?
Gaelic.
Okay. Samhain is a Gaelic festival marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, or the darker half of the year.
Which is right now. So the fact that we are in autumn. This is no more summer. Right now, we are in the season of autumn and transitioning to winter. All right, a different season. So, which is pretty much in the middle. October is in the middle. Okay, keep going.
Come on. Traditionally, it is celebrated from 31st October to 1st November.
Right.
As the Celtic Day.
Yep, Celtic. You said it right.
began and ended at sunset.
Right. So this holiday or this so-called festival is celebrated at a certain time. October the 31st, mainly right now in modern time, is when it's celebrated. Back then, it was more celebrated through the 31st to the 1st of November. And this goes all the way back to the Roman Empire, because this is their holiday. If you don't already know, America is very much white.
Right.
Look at the monuments. Look at the dollars. Look at everything around you, and it's white. This is a Roman custom. This is your so-called European or your Caucasian. Those people that are from the Caucasus Mountains, Mount Seir. All right? This is their day. This is not Black and Hispanic Native American people's day. Keep going.
Come. This is about halfway between the autumn equinox and the winter solstice.
Meaning the season and the time. Keep going.
That's it unless you want me to.
No sweat. It's good.
Go to Wikipedia.
No sweat. I want you to get Amos 5 and 21. So with that being said, the foundation of the Celtics festival, which is Halloween today, the whole purpose was to do evil. You got people out there, you know what I mean, that hate children. You have people out there that enjoy or have some type of amusement to inflict pain on others. Want to rape, want to rob. Because with Halloween, people get raped. If you have not already known that. People get robbed as well. People also get assaulted. And people also snatch bags. You ever heard of bag snatching? Back in the world, I heard of bag snatching. See what I'm saying? I snatched a shoe bags like it was a robbery. Am I proud of it? No, because it was all in wickedness. Was I a child? Yes, I was. See what I'm saying? That was an error back in the world. And there's an error inside of people that celebrate Halloween today. I see grown people, grown men, grown women that drop everything. They leave work and they want to celebrate Halloween. They want to celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas and things of that sort. These days are not important to me. These days should not be important to any Israelite whatsoever.
That's right.
The reason being is because it causes the fire that is kindled in the Lord. It causes anger. It causes him to want to put his hands on you. What that means is judgment. He wants to harm you. He wants to hurt you. He wants to punish you so you understand why he's doing it. That's the whole purpose behind it. So, ask yourself before you do anything, before you celebrate a birthday, Halloween, Thanksgiving, ask yourself this. Is this what the Lord wants? It's not about you. It's not about your kids. It's not about your husband. It's about what does the Lord want? What does he require? Is Halloween in the Bible in the first place? Where did I learn this? It's murder in the Bible. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Consider those things. See what I'm saying? Should I rape and molest children? Should I poison them through the candy? Should I do it? You want to consider all these things before you do anything. That's why when you go to the men of the Lord, you are inquiring of the Lord, because the men of the Lord have the answers. And the Most High is working through them to give you the solution to whatever you're dealing with. Simple enough. All right? Go ahead and get Amos 5 and 21.
Come. Amos 5, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
One more time.
I despise your feast days.
The Lord said that he hates and he despises your feast days. How do you know that Halloween is one of them? Let me ask you a question to answer the question that I just asked. Is it in the Bible? No. Can you show me it's in the Bible? No. And before you decide to include your feelings, your emotions, and everything else that does not matter, that is very irrelevant, answer me this. Does the Lord approve of it? Does the Lord care? Because he does. The very smallest thing that you think that the Lord might not care about, 9 times out of 10 he does. When you dress up your children and you got them out there all alone by themselves, knocking on strangers' doors, he is upset about that. He is disappointed. Read that one more time.
Okay. I despise your feast days.
The Lord hates and he despises your feast days because they go up against what he has told us in the way beginning, Genesis, which means beginning. Now, if you want to go to the last book, Revelations, every book says the same thing. Don't sin. Stop sinning. It says to keep the law. It doesn't say that the law is done away with, that you can do whatever the hell that you want. It tells you to do this and do that. If you go up against what he says, it's a problem. Your life is on the line. You're in jeopardy. So if you get raped, robbed, or murdered, that's what you were looking for. You deserve it. How do we know that you deserve it? Because the Lord has already told you what to do and you did the opposite. And the Lord is not unjust. The Lord will come to you in a way that you understand. But if you refuse that knowledge, then it's on you. There's a consequence. You have offended the Lord, and he's going to judge you on that. Keep going.
Come. And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
All the food, all the feasts that you cook, see what I'm saying, is an abomination to the Lord. Something going on.
You're logging me out of Facebook.
No sweat. You go ahead and restart it. So all the feast days, all the Thanksgivings, and all the Christmas dinners, even Sunday dinners, is all a sin to the Lord. It is something that is very heinous, very vain, very disrespectful to the Lord. And he does not approve of it, not one bit. And it's up to you if you decide and choose. Children will as well. Because how many stories is there when our children have to suffer for our sins, for the parents' sins? Tell me that. Answer that question for me. How many times must we go through hell to the point where we finally understand, okay, I see what the problem is. You should already know what the problem is. It's the sin. It's the celebration of other gods. It's you not giving a damn and being careless and not thinking about what the Lord wants you to do. That's what it is. All right? So, with that being said, let's go back to Mischief Night. Mischief Night is a night where you are allowed to do any manner of wickedness, any manner of evil, and not have to be penalized for it whatsoever. That's what that is. Chicago had one. Well, Chicago always has a Mischief Night. But when it comes to the holidays in Chicago, it's crazy, man. It is absolutely crazy. See what I'm saying? It's something that is very unbelievable sometimes. The murder rate in Chicago is ridiculous. Now Minnesota is damn near getting up to that high rate of murder, of crime. Think about Atlanta. Atlanta is it's a homosexual city, very much like Sodom and Gomorrah. Minnesota is getting there too because it's starting to be very homosexual. Minnesota is like the second Atlanta, if you ask me. Downtown Minneapolis is filled with homosexuals. Stop, man. Thank the Lord that the Most High people is here. Thank the Lord that he got prophets and priests on this earth that is fighting up against the homosexuality, fighting against the high holy day. I mean, not the high holy days, the holidays of America. Fighting all against the white man's devices that he uses in this earth. Thank the Lord for that. All right. I want you to go ahead and get actually, I want you to read Amos 5:21 one more time.
Come. Amos chapter 5 verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
I despise your feast days.
One more time.
I despise your feast days.
The Lord said that he hates and he despises your feast days. Why does he hate and despise your feast days? Because they are not of him. This is about the Lord. This is about his people. Either you serve the Lord or you don't. But which Lord am I talking about? I'm talking about Yahweh. I'm not talking about the white Jesus in your church. I'm not speaking about Allah, which is a goddamn filthy rock. I'm not speaking about him. I'm speaking about the God of Israel, who is a nigger God. He is as nigger as these two brothers talking to you right now. He is furnace black, like Christ. The Most High is the God of it for Israel only. And the God of Israel never told us to celebrate Halloween. Back then, the prophets didn't even know what a Halloween was. Today, but we do. We know all the white man's culture, but we don't know our own. And that is a problem. But there's a solution to that, which we will get to the end. At the end of this class, there will be a solution. And the solution will not be to continue in sin when it comes to Halloween, especially Thanksgiving. When I think about Thanksgiving, which is next month, I think about the sellouts as far as the Israelites go when it comes to especially the Native Americans. There are some that still celebrate Thanksgiving, and they celebrate it as a joke. You remember those interviews he was doing, right? With the interviews that me and the brothers in Minnesota was doing, there was brothers and sisters that took it as a joke as far as Thanksgiving. They saw it as one woman said, "Hey, me and my husband find a white man off the street and invite him to Thanksgiving. And we celebrate Thanksgiving and talk about the history of it, and we laugh and joke and get over it." That is Stockholm Syndrome.
Right.
That is, I need another word for that, man. Like, that is insane. That's
Right.
what that is. That is something that just doesn't connect. See what I'm saying? There's a mental disorder in that situation. There's dysfunction in that entire matter. And they just cannot stop loving the white man. That's it. They want to find a way to make the oppressor happy. See what I'm saying? Get Proverbs 3 and 31.
Okay.
Proverbs 3 and 31 is where I want to go. It's crazy, man.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
One more time.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
The fact that you are celebrating these holidays, Halloween, Thanksgiving, St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, that lets the Lord know that you are envying your oppressor, that you have to serve him, that he's bigger than the Most High. And that does something to the Most High. It kindles a fire, man. It lets him know that you are disobedient, that you are simple, and that you are ready to die. The Lord is great for his mercy and his long suffering. The fact that you decide to go up against him, that's war on your head. May the Lord be with you, because you were supposed to be dead a whole long time ago. But the fact that he let you live for so long, he let you serve so many Halloweens, so many Christmas, so many birthdays, he has mercy on you. But does that mean to keep doing it? No. That means you got to change. Because maybe you might just be at a Halloween dinner, you might choke on that dry-ass turkey. That disgusting Almond Joy candy. What was it, chocolate? That Almond Joy chocolate.
With coconut.
With coconut. You just might choke and die. And that was the Lord. I ain't got nothing else to say. I can't say nothing. Can you say something? Go ahead.
The way you can tell that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people envy their oppressor is because they want to live in the white man's house. They want to have that white picket fence, the American dream.
Right.
That's what they want.
Right.
They sick of living in the hood, living in hell. They sick of the rats and roaches.
Right.
They sick of, their brothers, you know what I'm saying, and sisters in the same condition. They want heaven. And they look at the white man and envy him because that's where they're living and we're in hell right now. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Better yet, you know, just to make a whole conclusion of what the brother said, they want to live in the white man's world.
Right.
Simple as that. Niggas don't want to be a nigga.
Right.
I mean, being a nigga is they look at being a nigga as far as like, I gotta suffer, I gotta scrap up change, I can never be successful, I gotta always watch my back because the white man is on my heels every time. See what I'm saying? That's what they have to look forward to. But that's not niggas' lives. Niggas' lives is the royalty. It is the just God that will give them every single thing that they want and desire, as long as it's righteous. They forget about who the Lord really is. The Black and Hispanic people have forgot about who the Lord really is. He's a God that can make everybody who is a heathen our slaves beneath us.
Right.
He can make it to where we have the authority, we have the power, and we have the respect. Do we have that today? No. You could be an entertainer and you still get disrespected. No matter what you do, no matter how much you serve this nation, who is the white man, you will always be spit on. Always be looked at as trash. That's how you looked at. Go ahead.
Just like last year, LeBron, you know what I'm saying, doing all the entertainment in the world to the white man, and then he goes home and it has niggers spray painted on his garage.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You
are not honored. You are not desired, like the book of Zephaniah says. You are the people that are not loved. You are very much hated. But when you can dance and sing and act for, you know, Mr. White Man and Massa, then you are accepted to a certain extent. You want to know why? Because you're making them money. You're not just making them happy and things of that sort, but you're making them money. You are a pet to white people. Understand that they are the lion and you are the deer.
Right.
They are coming to attack you. And they're coming for your children too. But what you gonna do about it? You gonna sit around and let the sit around and let the children get what they want? Do what's right for the children. Don't do how the children feel. Meaning this. When it comes to Halloween, when it comes to all these holidays, birthdays, deny your children the satisfaction of those days. Go ahead.
It's even easier for children to envy their oppressor because, you know what I'm saying?
They're young.
If you tell them, no, you ain't having Thanksgiving, then they're going to turn around. But little Timmy across the street, he having his Thanksgiving.
Right.
Or my cousins, or, you know what I'm saying, my friends.
Right.
That's how kids are.
Right. That's how they think. You're right. Because they don't know better. You see what I'm saying? They do not know better.
Right.
That's why the parents have to be there to teach them. A kid can't raise themselves.
Right.
A child cannot raise themselves up. Anybody that tells you that is out of their mind. They are completely out of their mind, which means they are insane. See what I'm saying? Did we not have parents? Yes, we have parents. They raised us. So you have to raise your children. Just like your parents raised you as a child.
Right.
Go ahead.
The scriptures say, train up the child in the way they should go.
Right. That's Psalms.
Teach them the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the way. That's the light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they will not depart from you at old age. They will keep what you know. There's so many brothers and sisters in the ISUK that have been raised literally in the truth from birth all the way up until now.
Right.
And the fact that they've been raised up, they never had a Christmas. They don't know what the hell Thanksgiving is. They don't know what it's like. They shouldn't. And that's the beautiful thing about it.
Right.
They don't know what it is, and they shouldn't.
That's right.
It reminds me of Job, because Job, see what I'm saying, he hated mischief. He despised mischief. And that's in the first chapter of Job. That's why he was a perfect man. That's why he succeeded. That's why he was blessed. Such a blessed man, because the Lord gave him what he needed. He was a rich man. And this man right here, you see what I'm saying? He served the Lord. He didn't need Halloween. He didn't need Christmas. He didn't need all the vanity that there is on the earth. All he needed was the Lord. And that's what we need. And by the way, all the high holy days that's in the book of Leviticus that nobody acknowledges in the Christian church these days are far more better, and they have a lot more meaning. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to the Lord, and the history behind it is amazing. And that's what Israelites should be serving and keeping, which is the high holy days of the Lord.
That's right.
No one knows what the hell the high holy day is, but they know what a holiday is. Oh yeah, that's my birthday. It's all about me.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's Easter, where all the homosexuality goes on in the Christian church, and where rabbits lay eggs. That's what they know, but they don't know about the Passover. They don't know about the sacrifices that the Lord has made for His people to get them out of slavery. Go ahead.
It's like just a sidebar, real quick. Like all my life, I truly thought that rabbits laid eggs.
A lot of people
I
did.
never knew that they didn't lay eggs until I came to the ISUPK.
Hey, damn.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, it's a lot. I gotta give you a hand for that one, though. Same here, Salaki. That's embarrassing to say, but hey, that's that Christianity. That shit is stronger than weed. That's stronger than any drug that the white man has created or made or just put out in the streets. A lot of people don't think of Halloween as a bad day. They like, oh, it's just fun and games and it's a joke. And then here comes the hypocrisy of everything, right?
So also, in Mexico or whatever, Hispanics, they celebrate the Day of the Dead.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Cinco de Mayo.
No.
That's not it?
No,
that's something else.
Cinco de Mayo, that's different. They be doing rituals and dances and shit, dancing around fires. They be painting their faces and stuff.
Yeah, they also visit other dead.
Yeah, they pay homage to their dead ancestors.
Yeah, well, in the ISUPK, we don't do that. You see what I'm saying? We don't go to the graveside. We don't call out names and things of that sort. We don't do none of that. You see what I'm saying?
Free Candy Day.
So hey, I've heard a lot, Sister Ainawa. I heard a lot of people call it, like, for example, on birthdays, I have family members that say a Happy Earth Day or Happy Born Day. It's like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Happy Earth Day? Like, what? Earth Day is in April.
What is it? The day that you entered into the earth or something?
Into the earth, yeah. You know what? I even heard someone congratulate or praise mothers on a child's birthday. You see what I'm saying? I heard them do that because they birthed a child. You see what I'm saying? No swear. They birthed a child. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? So going back to the whole topic of the Halloween costumes, let's touch on that for a quick moment. Let's understand this, right? Let's understand that when it comes to the costumes, there is a disguise. The whole purpose of the costume is very, very important because it's very important to the fact of going back to Adam and Eve when they hid themselves, disguised themselves behind those leaves, which is the other nations. See what I'm saying? Now, the fact that people dress up as wizards and witches and goblins, they dress up as, Spider-Man, Batman, all that is just part of wickedness. Every holiday has something to do with some type of wickedness. If you want to talk about Valentine's, that's the worship of a woman, especially, sexual divinations. Also, what else? New Year's. New Year's is about killing and murder. A lot of people see fireworks and things of that sort, but there's a lot of killing that goes on. The proof of that is in Chicago for the past years, man. The past years, even this year. There's a lot of murders that happened this year. See what I'm saying? The 4th of July is a celebration of the white man's independence, and you are still a slave in America. And the fact that America has separated from Britain was because Britain wanted to abolish slavery, and America was not having it. They wanted to go to war with Britain. Like, no, we need our slaves. See what I'm saying? That's what we need. That's what we have to do. We need to, flourish as a people, but we need these slaves. We need them to make us money, to make us profit. And so they separated from Britain. That's why they, was battling and beefing with each other. All right? Go ahead and read that scripture one more time, man.
So like it was
Proverbs 3:31.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
One more time.
Envy thou not the oppressor. And choose none of his ways.
One more time.
And choose none of his ways.
You have to choose none of their ways. What are their ways? It is Halloween. It is the birthday. It is the Christmas. It's everything that the Lord did not require you to do. And that goes against God. When it comes to a lot of things, a lot of people don't think about the Lord. They think about themselves.
Right.
Well, this is how I feel. This is how I think. But what about the children? No, what about the Most High? What the hell did he say? What you are saying doesn't matter. But what did the God of Israel say? Did he say to do this? Well, God doesn't tell you everything to say. If that's the case, then why is he over you? Why is he a higher power over you? Why is he the one that created you if he can't tell you what to do? You tell him what to do? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Right.
Just like you don't tell Satan what to do when he tells you to celebrate Halloween. When he tells you to pull the trigger and murder your brother.
So,
go ahead.
When he tells you to go to the Christian church,
there you go,
to the Muslim mosque, you know what I'm saying? All of that.
Right. Do you tell Satan no? Do you tell him, I'm not going to do it? You say, yes, sir. See what I'm saying? You say, I got you. I'm going to go into church. I'm going to be a devoted Christian. I'm going to molest children. I'm going to, be the richest in the city. I'm going to have mega churches. And I'm going to have a $6.4 billion jet. And I'm going to make sure that the tithes are about $1,000 a piece. That's what I'm going to do.
Wait, hold on. So like,
go ahead.
I got a quick question about that, right?
Right.
So if they don't pay $1,000, do they get kicked out?
Most likely, yeah. Yep, they do. See what I'm saying? Because it was definitely a story about a sister who, let's see, I believe she died, and the church would not bury her because she missed payments of tithes. Wow. Sound like a damn landlord. You're being pimped, man. You're paying the Christian church rent. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. You're paying his rent and you're paying his pockets. You're putting money in his pockets. But what are you? Just they don't even look at you as human, man. They look at you as an ATM. That's right. What you are. You are an ATM. You are nothing more. They take advantage of you. Just like the white man takes advantage of you. Think about, I'll get into that a little bit later. Let's talk about the hypocrisy as far as the parents go. Parents say in the household not to talk to strangers. Don't take nothing from strangers. That's what. What happens when you decide to, see what I'm saying? What happens when you decide to have your children go out by themselves, block to block, city to city, highway to highway damn near, and you tell them, look, go door to door, knock on a stranger's door, and you grab candy. But just a second ago, before it was Halloween, you said not to take candy from strangers. You said not to get rides from people out on the streets, and that's what happens on Halloween night.
So,
and they get molested, they get poisoned, they get kidnapped, and now they're in somebody's basement just getting assaulted. Go ahead.
What if the kids, they ring on the doorbells and then the people inside snatch the kid?
Exactly. It was the parents' fault. The parents should have been out there with them. Does that make Halloween better? No, it does not. Because out of 365 days a year, just this one day, candy is very important. Buy you some damn candy on a random day. What about October 1st? Is there a holiday on there? No. Just buy candy. Just buy your kids a whole bag of candy. Here you go, son. Here you go, daughter. Don't allow them to go pick candy from strangers.
Right.
And that brings me to Ecclesiastes 7:7. It talks about a gift destroyed the heart. You want to grab that? Go ahead, grab that. Ecclesiastes 7:7. When it talks about a gift destroys the heart, and what destroys the heart is that very gift. The kids getting the candy. That's the thing that completes them. Completes the Halloween. See what I'm saying? I get to dress up as my favorite demon, my favorite superhero, and look here. 1 second. And look here. You see what I'm saying? I get candy on top of that. This is the best day of my life. But what they don't know is that they are going to get raped. They will get molested. They will get some type of punishment. They will get poisoned. I'll tell you what. I remember a lot of family members. Me growing up as a kid. As soon as I came into the household, give me your bag. Damn, you finna jack me for my bag? No, I need to check your candy to make sure that it's not poison.
Right.
They check the bag and they like, don't eat this, don't eat that. Especially do not eat this. And it's like, you see that little hole in your chocolate bar? It was a needle put in there and they put some in there. There should not be a hole in your candy bar. Also, there should not be, the wrapper should not be open. Why is it open? Well, I don't know. It's poison. Don't eat it. But now they got it to where they can poison you in your food, in your candy, and still seal it up. That's very simple. Go ahead.
So like, I got two
Go ahead.
things. First off, there is a machine that they sell that can seal things.
And I know about that. And you can buy that at Target.
And the second part was a few years ago when I was in the world about Halloween, it was like on the news saying that from somebody gave a kid an apple and the apple had razor blades in it.
Exactly. I was just finna get into that. Yes. See what I'm saying? I've always been told, you see what I'm saying? Like when it comes to your candy or like your candy bars, Snickers, Milky Ways, Three Musketeers, which I all love. When it comes to that, you got to check your candy. Like they say, like, you know, you want to smush it and separate it to see if there's anything inside before you eat it. Because I heard stories of family eating candy and there's something poking them at the roof of their mouth. There's something in between the teeth and the gaps, and it's a razor blade or something sharp. See what I'm saying? There are people that are evil and that choose Halloween to do that evil because it's the best time of the year. Go ahead.
And that's why they call it trick or treat, right?
Trick or treat. You're damn right. You're going to get tricked. You are going to be deceived. And Halloween is very deceitful.
Are you eating a trick or are you eating a treat?
Exactly. Which one is better? See what I'm saying? Something's going to happen, something that is evil. You know what I mean? You know what's funny though? I remember every year of Halloween, a lot of crazy shit happened. Go ahead.
That's why the scriptures say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And that's a great scripture. That's exactly right. The earth is definitely given into the hand of the wicked. See what I'm saying? I remember one time, you know, I had friends who I still have friends that are same friends from years ago when I was a child. I had twin friends, right? And we lived across the street from each other. Now, Halloween, you know, before Halloween, we talked about the costumes that we was going to, you know, have and be in, things of that sort. So I'm saying, you know, it's funny because I can't even remember the costumes that we had. But I remember that something went down before we went out trick-or-treating. Somehow we all, it wasn't just them, it was other people too. Like 5, 6 of us, we all get into an argument about something.
Mm-hmm.
All you know, we started fist fighting.
What?
Yeah. We had got into an argument about somebody was offended. You know what I mean? We kids, we like, 12, 13 years old. You know what I mean? Somebody threw a punch, another person threw a punch. We all get to fight each other. And then later that day, we all came outside. It was like, so y'all ready for Halloween? We all dealt with each other just for Halloween, but everything else was like, nah, I ain't messing with you, man. Let's all get this candy. Let's walk these blocks. Let's catch a bus. Let's go to this city and go to that city. You see what I'm saying? And we were young children, and our family allowed us to do it. When we could have got raped, molested, robbed, killed, shot, kidnapped, all that could have happened. See what I'm saying? But just the fact that we all got into a fight, and to be honest, I can't even remember why. And then I remember somebody said, man, that shit felt evil. What happened earlier? Like it was like something possessed us to fight each other. And it's funny because now that I think about me being in the truth, it was a demon. You see what I'm saying? It was a demon of us even on one accord, let's go out and do evil. Let's go out and go to Halloween, grab these candy. And, you know, if we see somebody that's by themselves and who's vulnerable, we are going to go a bag snatcher. You see what I'm saying? We are going to do that. And remind you, it's October, it's so damn cold outside. We had on some costumes with layers, man.
So
go ahead.
I hope it snows.
I hope it snows tomorrow too. I hope the Lord does something to where nobody can celebrate Halloween. Or if they do, hey, Lord be with them. I'm not wishing anything on Israelites as far as Halloween, but hey, if you pissed off the Lord, what can I say? Right. What can I do?
Right.
See what I'm saying? Lately, the Lord has been punishing these heathens for our sake. See what I'm saying? Something just happened recently. You know what I mean? The other day. These heathens are getting hell, man. You just don't want to be the one to get hell. Go ahead.
I was, the other day, I was seeing the news about the so-called synagogue shootings.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The Jewish people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They catching hell.
You're right. And I definitely had me a shot or 10. I had me a shot or 10. You see what I'm saying? Because, hey, they, man, most time I got to get a Lord, man, for that. That is perfect. That's what needs to happen. These heathens did so much wicked warfare on us. It's crazy, man. A lot of people still can't see it to this day. They smile in their face and they think, oh, these people got the, you know, my best interest at heart. That's not the case. You are being deceived, man. You are being tortured. You are being killed. You are being manipulated by these people. All right? So go ahead and get 2 Chronicles 33 and 6.
Okay.
Let's touch more on the children for a second. And let's talk about the advertisement of the wickedness that the white man has for black and Hispanics. 2 Chronicles 33 and 6.
Corinthians?
Huh?
Corinthians?
Chronicles. It's Chronicles and Corinthians. CH.
Right.
RON. Chronicle the city. Corinth is a city as well.
Right.
No sweat.
I know it's in the Old Testament, though.
No sweat. Yeah, it's 2 Chronicles 33 and 6. So we are going to dive into the children of Halloween, which is very important, because the white man has a way of deceiving the children to get them sucked in so they can go out dressed up in a costume, beg their mother, beg their father, you see what I'm saying, to dress up in a costume to go get some candy, when they can get candy any day. They can do it any day. 33 and 6. Oh, 33 and 6. 33 and 6. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show you what the Bible says as far as wickedness of this time and day. Go ahead.
Okay. 2 Chronicles chapter 36.
33 and 6.
33 and 6. And he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Hinnom.
Stop right there. If you read a little bit further, this is talking about Manasseh, who was 12 years old, who reigned over the earth for a certain time, a very, very long time. And when he reigned over the earth, you see what I'm saying, the Lord was displeased with his work because it was going up against the Most High. A great example of that is like Ahab. Ahab had the wife Jezebel. And for his, I believe, 13 years of him reigning over the earth, you know, there's a lot of wickedness going on. The prophets were being killed, and there was a lot of out of order things that was happening to the nation of Israel. All right, keep going.
Come. Also,
actually from the top.
Come. And he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Hinnom.
Stop right there. So parents were allowing their children to pass through the fire. And there's two definitions behind that. Two different contexts. The first one is where back then, in ancient time, they would have their children on an altar and burn them alive for the sake of another god.
Right.
Now, does the Lord require that? No, he does not. He wants you to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the sacrifice. He doesn't want you to kill your child. He doesn't want you to kill yourself. See what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of white people out there that like to kill themselves for the sacrifice of a god. And if you are stupid enough, if you are very convincing, which is a demon, because demons know how to convince you, that's where sin comes in hand. If you are very convincing and someone can swindle you, someone can make it to where you are very easygoing and gullible, they got you in place. They got you where they can make you do anything. They tell you anything, you're like, okay, I'll do it. I'll go in there with a gun and kill them. I'll be out. I won't be in jail, and I'll be just fine. I'll sell these drugs. I won't get arrested. I won't get killed. I won't catch AIDS. I'll do it. When it comes to Halloween, you are being deceived, and your children are being deceived as well. By you teaching them to serve Halloween, you are teaching them, you are putting them through the fire. Read that one more time.
Come. And he caused his children to pass through the fire.
He caused his children to pass through the fire. Keep going.
In the valley of the son of Hinnom.
Now, once again, the first context is having them on an altar, and you burn them alive. Today, it's you teaching them the culture. You teaching them the tradition of somebody else. When I say somebody else, I'm meaning a different nation that is not your nation. It's one thing to teach somebody, hey, this is Israelite custom. That's very beneficial. But if you teach an Israelite somebody else's culture, that's not so beneficial. It's going to turn out to be a sin. You are going to make a error, a mistake.
Right.
And you are going to cause your children in harm's way. To be in harm's way. That's what's going to happen. And it happens all the time, doesn't it? Maybe you won't get punished as a parent, but your child will. You won't see him. He's missing. He's been missing for 10 years now. He can't be found. It's been 3 days. Now you got to make a police report. He comes back home to you crying, and he's been touched on. He's been violated. His innocence is stripped from him. It's stripped from the girl. That's what happens on Halloween. That's what happens when you do not protect your children. You do not protect yourselves, because it happens to adults as well. When you are just completely out of order and you are filled with wickedness, filled with demons, and you will find yourself in a whole lot of trouble, man. Go ahead.
Come. Also, he observed times and used enchantments.
One more time.
Also, he observed times and used enchantments. And
Go ahead.
And used witchcraft.
Stop right there. What does the word enchantment mean, huh?
Like spells?
One more time.
Like spells or something?
And how do spells work? You're right. How do spells work?
Like
Well, actually, first things first. Give me a example of a spell in today's time.
Like what the Christian church do with their songs and stuff.
So would you say a spell is something that entices you?
Right.
What is the word entice mean?
Like lulls you to sleep.
Say it again.
Like put you to sleep. As far as
No. You close.
Like get you on their side or whatever.
Okay.
I can't really. I don't have the words.
No sweat. No, I know what you know. I know what you mean. So think of a commercial. Think of marketing and advertisement. You see a Wendy's commercial, a McDonald's commercial. You flick it through the channels. You try to find something to watch. You're more focused on 1 second. You're more focused on I want something to watch on TV. And then it's just that commercial pops up and you're like, damn, that burger looks really good. Damn, all of a sudden you feel hungry. You was not hungry just 5 minutes ago when you was watching that looking for the TV show. Now all of a sudden you hungry? What's happening? What is the spiritual or emotional contact or connection? My bad, connection. What's happening to you?
It's like a charm.
Okay, a charm. Okay,
Like
you're getting close. Start with an A. Start with A.
Attraction.
There you go, attraction. Enchantment is an attraction. It's something that gets you focused and get your mind focused to that certain thing. When you see a cheeseburger on the television, now you're hungry all of a sudden. It got your attention.
It's like, could you also say it's kind of like a lust for something?
That's exactly what it is. You see what I'm saying? Halloween is definitely a lust. It is that very thing that gets you to where you're just like, I need it. Right. I want it. I'll do anything to get it. Go ahead.
Like all year you don't care nothing about candy. As soon as you hear about Halloween, now all of a sudden you want candy.
Right. I'm gonna do everything for this year.
Right.
I mean for that day. And then you don't wear it no more. Now you're outgrown it. You're gonna throw it in the trash. You might not pass it down. You're gonna get sick off the candy. You're gonna get cavities. That makes the dentist very rich. It makes the white man very rich. And then their sales, that makes every store rich. Even clothing stores got Halloween sales. They ain't selling candy. They selling clothes. Even fast food restaurants is getting rich. They ain't selling candy. They selling food.
So like,
go ahead.
I put money that one of these years Jordan's gonna come out with a Halloween edition.
They do. They have them.
For real?
They have them. They do. Yeah. They have a Halloween sale. They call it, I forget the name. There's a shoe out there called something, man. I think it's named after a candy bar or something, man. I'm trying to think. No. Yeah, they have shoes called candy corns or something like that. It's just like, come on, man. Really, it's like orange and black or something like that, and a little white, because that's the color of it. Well, candy corn don't have black on it, but they had. Well, it's like it's kind of like a brownish black.
Candy corn is so nasty.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of good, but it's just like, are you serious? Like that's the marketing, that's the enchantment, that's the business. You see what I'm saying? So read that one more time, Bob.
Come on, what verse?
That is verse 6.
2 Chronicles chapter 33, verse 6. And he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Hinnom.
So he causes his children, black and Hispanic people that are in the world, they cause their children to sin. They cause them to err. They cause them to go up against the Most High, which is a mistake. That is somebody that you do not want to come up against. That is somebody that you do not want to war with, because you won't win that battle. You won't win the battle. The only way that you're going to win a battle is if the Lord is on your side. But if you are against him, may the Lord be with you. May he show you mercy if you deserve it. May he spare your life if you deserve it. Otherwise, it's a wrap. It's tight. See what I'm saying? Keep going.
Okay. Also, he observed times and used enchantments. And used witchcraft.
Witchcraft, which is the drugs, man. Witchcraft causes spells. It causes the enchantment. Drugs are advertised. And the police be like, you should not do drugs. Right? A lot of white people say you should not do drugs, but they do drugs.
Right.
Police do drugs. They sniff. Powder. Crack. Blow. Booger sugar, white girl, I don't know. Go ahead.
They do Tylenol, aspirin,
and Advil.
What's it called?
Valium?
No. What's it called? Opioids.
Pills. They do pills. They do weed. See what I'm saying? That's why they always have a stash in their car and they put it in yours to set you up. Because being a police officer is big business. I never hear a pay rate for police officers. It's always a salary. Yeah, of course it's a damn salary because you're killing niggas and you're getting paid for it.
It's like,
and you putting drugs in their car, so that's another couple thousand. Go ahead.
I bet the police make their own powdered donuts.
I'm sure they do. With the coffee and stuff. Talking about, yeah, we need some donuts. The whole time, I don't see you in the donut store. You're doing crack. You're sniffing everything. You see what I'm saying? You're snorting every goddamn thing just to get high, just to keep yourself adjustable for your shift. You're about to go kill niggas and go home to your wife and your kids and not think about what just happened that day. And you get paid leave. You get paid leave. Like, why not? Why not do drugs? That's how the white people look at it. See what I'm saying? This earth is filled with wickedness. It is plagued with the white man, who is a cancer on the face of the earth, who is someone that is unhuman, uncivil, who has no justice, who does not give you any rest. He's coming for your soul. He's coming for your life. And he's trying to remove you from the very thing that keeps you in position, which is the Lord. That's what it is. All right. So let's keep going. Yeah, keep going on that.
Okay. And dealt with a familiar spirit.
One more time.
And dealt with a familiar spirit.
What is that? What?
Demons. Satan.
Right, a demon. See what I'm saying? Understand that demons have been with you since the age of 6. Since the age of 5. Let's talk about how demons were there waiting for you when you came out the womb. When the parents saw your parents just talking about how such a great child you was going to be. But then you came out a monster. You were the Halloween that day, that year. You were the example of wickedness when you came out the womb. But let's say that you was an okay child. Okay child that, is finding their way out of life. I mean, finding their way through life to the point where they are, they don't really know what's really good and bad. They're just learning from the parents, but they don't go out the way to say, they don't question the Halloween. They don't question the showering of gifts on Christmas, even though their child molesting family member is giving them gifts. Their abusing parents is sometimes being nice. All of a sudden, when they was just beating the hell out of me, damn near to death. That's how children are. But then they get that gift, which really destroys the heart. But that demon has been there. So let's say that a family member dies when you are a child, and then when you are older, and you're trying to find answers as far as certain things that's going on in your life, and you go speak to somebody, a palm reader, a fortune teller, and they bring up something that has something to do with the past, and you're like, oh my goodness, like, you know what you're talking about. That is a demon. That's a familiar spirit. That lady don't know what the hell she's talking about. She's speaking about the things that the demon that is inside of her is telling her what to say. And we are going to prove that. Go ahead and get 1 Samuel 28:4.
Okay.
Let me show you a great example in the scriptures. All right.
First Samuel chapter 28 verse 4. And the Philistines gathered themselves together and came and pitched in Shunem, and Saul gathered all Israel together, and they pitched in Gilboa. Verse 5. And when Saul saw the host of the Philistines, he was afraid, and his heart greatly trembled.
Stop right there. So it says Saul, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because at this time, I believe Samuel was dead. Yeah, Samuel was dead. So Saul at this time was trying to get answers from somebody who knew about spirits or who knew about raising the dead and talking to the dead. Or not raising the dead, but talking to the dead, talking to demons. See what I'm saying? Spirits. And he was going to war against the Philistines, the Philistines. And he needed some answers. He needed to talk to somebody about this. But let's see what the whole result was about this. Keep going.
Okay. And when Saul inquired of the Lord answered him not.
So when you inquire about the Lord, what are you doing?
You going to a priest and a prophet, right?
There you go. You're going to a priest and a prophet. You're going to somebody to get answers. See what I'm saying? And the Lord rejected it. He rejected the counsel. See what I'm saying? He rejected Saul for this very purpose. And we are going to find out. Let's go.
Neither by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by prophets.
Now, Urim, and the word Thurim is not in here. Urim and Thurim is, okay. Back then, with counsel, the Levites would roll dice. And the dice will let you know the answers to whatever you are asking. So go ahead.
Or lots.
Which is
Cast
dice.
lots.
Right, casting lots, which is dice. Levi. You see what I'm saying? When a dice is rolled, it's giving you the solution, the answer to your question. That's what the Levites did as far as the counseling goes. So if the dice was on this number and that number, well, the Lord is saying this, well, sister, the Lord is telling you to do this. So do it. Now, today, in today's time, since the Levitical priesthood is disannulled, you have prophets and priests who go off of the Bible. They give you scripture, they give you biblical information. And they give it to you to help and to govern your lives. See what I'm saying? So, read that one more time.
Okay. And when Saul inquired of the Lord answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by prophets.
But the Lord can also come to you through dreams. Come to you through visions. How many times we read the Bible, we read about Ezekiel, when the Spirit took him up to this place and that place, and he saw the future. Same thing with John the Baptist. When we speak about Jeremiah, when we speak about Obadiah, all these brothers and well, also sisters. Sisters even saw visions as well. See what I'm saying? Let's think about all these times where the Lord has dealt with us. Now, in this time, Saul did not get what those brothers got. He was denied the counsel. When he called on the Lord did not answer. He declined it. Keep going.
Come. So, verse 7. Then said Saul unto his servants, seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit.
Say it one more time.
Seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit.
Now, seek me a woman that has a demon, is what he is saying. Seek me a woman that can tell me answer the questions that I have. Keep going.
Okay. That I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said to him, behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit at Endor.
Of course, because there's a whole lot of wickedness in that place. There's witches, there's wizards, there's warlocks. See what I'm saying? All doing evil, who casting spells and putting spells on you, who are going to set you up to die, pretty much, so to speak. All right, keep going. And they are all controlled and possessed by demons. Go ahead.
Just like Jesse Jackson, right?
Jesse Jackson. I'm telling you, I wish he was there. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And it was just, the Lord showed me something that day. And it's funny because Kunayala taught a class about enchantment and divination and chambering. And it was all three of those things that day. Couldn't believe it. I saw scriptures in my head, and I've seen it in reality. And it was like amazing that I've seen the scriptures, but it was just so evil at the same time. It was just like, what the hell? Everybody was just mad and upset that the police brutality was happening against Philando Castile. And then everybody calmed down and they started playing music. Twerking around. I mean, ask Officer Qudas Zion. He's a witness, man.
Sure.
Ask that man. He would tell you what he saw. He probably was the most upset one at the rally. All the oppression, all the Stockholm syndrome, all the hate, all the anger went away once Jesse Jackson got up on that mic. And he knows what he's doing. He's been taught very well. Understand that he was around when Martin Luther King was around, since the 60s of the 1900s. This man knows what he's doing. All right, go ahead. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come on. Yeah, so look.
Also, enchantment is verse 6, 5 or 6.
Oh.
Also, you know, enchantment is a spell as well. All right, that's what that is. Keep going.
Verse 8. And Saul disguised himself and put on another raiment.
One more time.
And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment.
This is what happens on Halloween. You disguise your identity. You're about to do this evil thing, this evil act. When someone goes to rob a store or a bank, they put on a disguise to cover themselves.
Right.
To hide the shame. To hide their identity. This is what happens on Halloween as well. Keep going.
Okay. And he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee.
Stop right there. Saul is asking this woman with a familiar spirit, I need you to conjure up this demon, this spirit, so I can speak to them. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 9. And the woman said unto him, Behold, thou knowest what Saul hath done, how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits, and the wizards out of the land.
It said who did that?
Saul.
Saul made it. Saul had it to where they were cut off, meaning there was no more wickedness going on in the earth. But because of this, all the rule, everything changes from here. There is something evil going on. Saul went to the familiar spirits. He went to the demon to get counsel, to get help. Keep going. Let's go.
Okay. Out of the land, wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life, to cause me to die.
And this is what the lady is saying. She like, look, don't you understand that this could put my life in jeopardy? Are you trying to deceive me? Are you trying to trick me by you asking me this thing? Keep going.
Okay. And Saul swore to her by the Lord, saying, As the Lord liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing.
And by Saul swearing unto her, he sinned. That was another sin that you can see. You're never supposed to promise anybody anything. That's why we always say, Lord willing, because you may not know what the Lord has set for you on that day. Hey, yeah, I'll be there. Lord allow, I'll be there. You see what I'm saying? I can't promise you. You see what I'm saying? I can do whatever I can to make it there, but I won't. And there's no telling. You see what I'm saying? I can't promise you. I can't be deceived by my emotions and be like, yeah, I'll be there. Hey, see what I'm saying? I'll be there. Before the world ends. See what I'm saying? Don't be deceived by that. Don't promise anybody anything. James told us about that. Let your nay be your nay and your yea be your yea. That's how it has to be. That's why we always say, Lord allow, I see you at the Passover. So many captains and officers I speak to, they like, yeah, Lord willing, Lord willing, I could be in California, Minnesota, Detroit. Maybe I can be in, Indiana, Texas, New York. I'll see you, Lord allow. If not, I'll see you another time, right? Keep going.
Verse 11. Then said the woman, Whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, Bring me up Samuel.
Stop right there. We are going to wrap this up for the sake of the time of the class. Understand that Saul the characteristics that he showed, the actions that he displayed, lets you know that this is the same actions that is displayed on Halloween. It's the enchantment. It's the witchcraft. It is the what was the word? The wizards, the witches, and things of that sort.
Enchantments.
Yeah, enchantments. I already said that. See what I'm saying? It is the mischief. It is all the things that go up against the Lord. When you deny the Lord's counsel, when you deny the Lord's orders, you are going to be in great trouble. You are going to be punished. You are going to be shamed and confounded. And it's going to be your fault, and no one's going to give a damn. Because you were told once. Maybe you were told twice, but once is enough. And it can cost you your life. And it costs you something that's very valuable that can hurt you to the core. And if you want to play those games, let the games begin, because the Lord is going to deal with you. May the Lord be with you. No more Halloweens. If your children resent you, let it be for a good cause. If your children love Halloween more than you, then they will suffer. You won't. Be the parent that fights against that. Tell the children that this candy is Satan's candy. Do you want to serve Satan in this house? You better chastise the hell out of them. Do you really want Satan's candy? You put in their minds, what would God say? What would God think if he saw you passing out candy on Halloween? Grabbing candy on Halloween, dressed up in a costume as a demon, as something wickedness. Some type of, wicked being, a creature. How would the Lord think? How would he feel? Ask yourself that. If you think about the Lord, you will think about those things. If you care and love the Lord, then you will care for your children the same way. Because we are the Most High's children. So he's looking out for us, but what are you going to do for your children? You going to allow them to get raped, robbed, and murdered on Halloween? 4th of July, Christmas? Are you going to fail your children? If so, you are a disgusting bastard. But if you choose not to allow that to happen, you are a child of the Most High. And with that being said, this is Historical Truths Revealed. Make sure that you catch us next week. And with that being said, Shalom, Israel.
Yeah.
And we're going to go ahead and get the prayers, all right?
Read the security announcements. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10 in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord's give you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation.
Which is the Feast of Dedication, which is HaKanukah. HaKanukah is going to be December 1st of this year. All right? So we'll give you more details as the time progresses. Go ahead.
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, handbag, and scarf.
If you want to be dedicated to the ISUPK, your tithes is very important because that's for the nation. It's not for just one person like the Christian church does. You want to wear all black. See what I'm saying? By you wearing all black, things of that sort. See what I'm saying? No sweat. Go ahead, fix that. By wearing all black, that shows that you are ready to be dedicated to the school And later you will get an officership test. You will pass it. You become an officer, hit the ranks. You know what I'm saying? But first you got to be taught again. You can't just go out and teach and do your own thing. You got to learn. You got to sit in class. You got to wear the all black. You got to write down notes and go on from there, all right?
Amayim Wapanya Hakudah means stand and face the east.
That's right.
The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malkafka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Asha. Barataza. Kawah. Hayah. Mashemayim. Natan. Lanawa. Lakam. Kau. Yawam. Wasalakanaw. Kawabwatanaw. Kasalakanaw. Kawabwatinaw. Wala'ah. Tabayanaw. Manasai one. Abal. Hawashayanaw. Mayan. Rad. Kaya. Waka. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wahatapara. Lawalamya. Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Amen.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha, Ayanya, Al-Harim, Mayan, Yabah, Izira, Mayam, Yahweh, Asha, Shemayim, Warataza, Alitan, Namawat, Agak, Al, Yanawam, Shamar, Hanat, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Leishan, Shamar, Yasha'alam, Yahweh, Shamar, Yahweh, Tazakah, Aliyah, Yamyak, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah Yakak, La'ah Yakak, Wayra, Waliyah, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makara, Yashamar, Atnapash, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'ak, Wabawak, Ma'dah, La'ai, Awalam.
Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes. To the hills. From which cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
Hakah, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh. Bashem Yahushua. Abkashah. Latan Lanau. Hakah. Larpa. Hakal. Makala. Makal. Madawa. Hakah. Latahar. Ha. Matazari. Hakah. Lahakmiya. Hamatya. Hakah. Al. Rakawat. Hatama Allah. Garsh. Bashem Yahushua. Wadama.
Hakah, the power in the English.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. Power to heal all manner of sickness. All manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh. Bashem Yahushua. Barak Lanau. Vayasha'ala. Waha. Vayah. Sapari. Barak. Rampan. Magan. Hagun. Say the name of loved ones once and everyone repeats name once.
All the brothers and sisters of Israel.
Bashem Yahushua.
Bless Israel in the English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us and Israel.
In the school.
And the school.
Bless, heal, shield, protect loved ones.
Bless, heal, shield, protect loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
ISUPK power structure. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
All things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
And death.
And death.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against
Thy
us.
prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
And death to the heathen.
And death to the heathen.
And shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel.
And shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force the riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
And death to the Edomites.
And death to the Edomites.
And the nations.
And their
and
nations.
The drug dealers.
And their
court systems.
Salaki.
Drug dealers.
Salaki.
And the nations and their drug dealers.
And their nations and their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Tazi Kamatazi.
Tazi Kamatazi.
The gay movement.
The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
Lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the
And
internet.
the airwaves.
The airwaves.
Cable access channel.
Cable access
And
channel.
the radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people
Convict the spirit of any of thy people
that seek to stop
that
us.
seek to stop us.
And bring swift death to all the heathen
And bring swift death to all the heathen
that stand in the way.
that stand in the way.
And try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth.
Or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the terrorists.
Let loose all the
Cause them
terrorists.
to go to and fro
Cause them go to and fro.
through the earth and destroy.
To the earth and destroy.
Cause the terrorists to come against America.
Cause the terrorists to come against
And
America.
destroy them in the
And
stronghold.
destroy them in their strongholds.
Let America shake at the hands of terrorists.
Let America shake at the hands of the terrorists.
Let Yahushua,
Let Yahushua,
Michael,
Michael,
Gabriel
and Gabriel
come down to flying saucers
come down with the flying saucer
and kill all the heathen
and kill all the heathens
that come up against us
that come up against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world.
Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
That's it. Make sure that you catch California Cookout. It's going to be November 17th, all right? Make sure that you check that out. And with that being said, we out of here. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.